Alright, the S26 Ultra is shaping up to be one of Samsung's most talked about launches in years. And even though its official release window is expected to land around January or February next year, the level of early interest already feels intense. The reason for that excitement is simple: leaks, replicas, and early information are painting a picture of a phone that might finally push Samsung's premium lineup forward in meaningful ways, even if some upgrades appear more refined than revolutionary. What makes this especially interesting is that we are not just looking at the S26 Ultra in isolation, but at an entire S26 family that includes the S26, the S26 Edge, and potentially the fate of the S26 Plus, which may or may not survive this generation. Starting with the S26 Ultra, the most noticeable change is clearly the design. Compared to the S24 Ultra and the S25 Ultra, which shared a very similar floating camera layout with individual rings, the S26 Ultra adopts a pill-shaped camera island that immediately sets it apart. This isn't a dramatic redesign, but it is an important visual shift that finally gives the Ultra a clearer identity, especially after criticism that recent generations looked almost identical. This new camera housing closely resembles what we previously saw on the S25 Edge. And while it may not excite everyone, it removes confusion and brings cohesiveness to Samsung's design language. The corners of the phone are also reportedly more rounded than before, making the device feel less boxy in the hand, which might improve long-term comfort. However, this change introduces a small compromise, as the S Pen tip is now expected to be rounded as well, meaning there's only one correct orientation when inserting it. That could be mildly inconvenient for users who are accustomed to inserting the pen without thinking. Physically, the S26 Ultra is expected to be slightly wider, slightly taller, and noticeably thinner than its predecessors. This may sound subtle, but even small changes in thickness can dramatically affect how a phone feels, especially one with a nearly 7-inch display. Another small but potentially confusing change is the relocation of the SIM ejector hole closer to the microphone, which might lead to accidental pokes if users aren't paying attention. The display, however, is where Samsung seems genuinely ready to impress. The S26 Ultra is rumored to feature the same M14 panel currently being used in the latest iPhones, and early hands-on impressions suggest this might be one of the best smartphone displays ever made. Brightness, responsiveness, and color accuracy are all expected to be top-tier, and if Samsung finally adopts a true 10-bit panel, HDR and Dolby Vision content could look truly spectacular. Since Samsung manufactures these displays for both itself and Apple, it's widely believed that Samsung will reserve certain features exclusively for its own devices. And one such feature could be a built-in privacy display mode that limits viewing angles, similar to a physical privacy screen protector but implemented digitally. That alone could be a standout feature for professionals who often use their phones in public. Additionally, third-generation anti-reflective glass and even thinner bezels are expected, further enhancing the immersive experience and reinforcing Samsung's dominance in display technology. Camera expectations, however, remain more modest. Samsung appears to be sticking with its familiar 200-megapixel main sensor, but with a slightly wider f1.4 aperture instead of f1.7, which should allow in more light and improve low-light performance. The 5x periscope camera is expected to retain its 50-megapixel resolution, but gain a wider aperture, while the telephoto sensor is rumored to drop to 12 megapixels. Beyond these adjustments, the rest of the camera hardware seems largely unchanged, which has led to some disappointment among fans who were hoping for bolder innovation. On the video side, there are rumors that Samsung might introduce support for the AVCT codec to compete with Apple's Pro video formats. But many enthusiasts feel that incremental software upgrades are no longer enough when competitors like Vivo and Oppo are aggressively pushing mobile photography and videography forward. Performance-wise, the usual expectation is that Samsung will use the latest Snapdragon chipset tuned specifically for Galaxy devices. But there's also credible speculation that the Exynos 2600 may make a comeback in the Ultra lineup, at least in some regions. Early Geekbench leaks suggest that Exynos 2600 could be surprisingly powerful, even outperforming Snapdragon in single-core performance. Though real-world efficiency and thermal performance remain unknown. What does seem more certain is that all S26 Ultra models will ship with a standard 16 GB of RAM, with storage options going up to 1 TB, reinforcing its status as a power user device. Battery capacity is expected to remain at 5,000 mAh, unchanged from previous years, but charging speeds could finally receive a meaningful upgrade, jumping to 60W wired charging. On top of that, Samsung is rumored to introduce built-in magnetic charging with G2.2 support, similar to Apple's MagSafe and Google's magnetic ecosystem, which could significantly improve accessory compatibility. Out of the box, the phone is expected to launch with One UI 8.5, although pricing remains uncertain due to rising smartphone costs globally. Moving on to the base S26, the design language follows similar changes seen on the Ultra, including the pill-shaped camera module, rounded corners, and slimmer profile. At just 6.9 mm thick, the base S26 is expected to feel sleek and modern, and the display could increase slightly to 6.27 inches while also becoming brighter. Camera hardware is expected to remain largely the same, with potential aperture improvements on the main sensor, while the battery may grow to 4,300 mAh, offering better endurance. Unfortunately, charging speeds are still rumored to be capped at 25W, which feels underwhelming in a market where faster charging is becoming the norm. The base S26 is expected to use the Exynos 2600 chipset, and while some users remain skeptical, early performance leaks suggest it could be competitive with Apple's A-series chips. Pricing remains a big question mark, and much will depend on how Samsung positions the device amidst growing competition. The S26 Edge is perhaps the boldest and most experimental of the lineup, with sales of the S25 Edge reportedly underwhelming. It's unclear whether Samsung will launch the S26 Edge alongside the rest of the family or delay it. However, if it does launch, it may be Samsung's thinnest smartphone ever at just 5.5 mm, even thinner than Apple's rumored iPhone Air. To achieve this, Samsung appears to be concentrating most components near the top of the phone, which explains the iPhone-like camera layout. This isn't about copying Apple's design, but about maximizing internal space efficiency. The S26 Edge is rumored to share the same 200-megapixel camera as the Ultra, along with a significantly upgraded 50-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, giving it serious imaging credentials despite its slim profile. Unlike the Ultra and base models, the Edge is expected to feature the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 instead of Exynos, which could be a strategic decision to boost sales and appeal to performance-focused users. Battery capacity may increase to around 4,200 mAh, though charging speeds are expected to remain unchanged. As for the S26 Plus, its future remains uncertain. There is growing speculation that Samsung might phase it out entirely, replacing it with the Edge, as the Plus has struggled to stand out between the base and Ultra models. If it does survive, it will likely see incremental upgrades in display size, battery capacity, and charging without any radical changes. Overall, the S26 lineup feels like a careful balance between refinement and restraint. Samsung is clearly improving areas like display quality, design consistency, and performance stability. But there's still a sense that competitors are moving faster in areas like battery technology and camera innovation. Whether the S26 series succeeds will depend largely on pricing, regional chipset decisions, and how well Samsung markets features like the new display, faster charging, and refined design. For fans, this generation represents a step forward, but also a reminder that the smartphone landscape is evolving rapidly, and Samsung will need to become bolder if it wants to stay ahead.